Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Before I start beading, I wanted to show you the two wires. I'm using 22 gauge wire for this. This copper wire here, I'm not having a hard time with. It's 22 gauge. It's what I expect in a 22 gauge wire, and it is pretty easy to bend. And that's Modern Craft. Now, I had the same issue with this wire here in brown with the 24 gauge. I bought it, and it's very, very brittle. It just breaks. And it is also thicker. Not thicker, more sturdy. So when I say it breaks, this is what I mean. This has happened to me now the third time. So then I have to piece it in, which, you're not supposed to over twist anyway, but this is really sad. So with that being said, I hope I don't, I'm going to try to be a little bit more careful. And let's go. Ready to get this thing started. I'm still sick, but I'm working on it. I'm feeling a little bit better right now. So, as long as I'm feeling well, we're going to work. I'm just alternating on the wire. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes I have to undo both of these are bronze wire. I don't want to have to bend it too much. I'm afraid it'll break. There's a lot of that wire on this tree. I've used about 2 spools so far. I'm not going to use any more. I still have pieces that are cut that I didn't twist on, but I might end up having to use them for if something breaks off extra anything. Oops. Okay, one quick thing real quick. Let me take my ring off because I keep getting stuck. Okay, I'm ready now. So on this tree, I've done them various different ways. You can do them in little sets of 2. I like to use a bead and a crystal, or you can put more down at the bottom. I did a few over here. I think I'm going to save the bigger clusters for the top. Always start with your longer wire. In this case, it doesn't matter because I'm not connecting it to anything. Some of these little leaves have 7 beads on them. I think this one has 5. I'm not really counting. I'm just kind of throwing them on the wire and then like, oh, that looks long. But I also notice some of them are more rounded. And I'd rather them not be that rounded. I'd rather them be long. But you know what? It's a leaf. It'll work. I have to keep telling myself, don't sweat the small stuff, girl. You got this. Even sick, I can still work. want to see how much I can get done today. My husband works long hours on Saturday. My son and his girlfriend, I don't know if she's working. He's off. I'm not cooking, so it'll have to be a cereal breakfast. I'm not taking any breaks from here. I'm in my room, and this is where I'm going to stay. I'm going to work on this project. When we get to the end, I'll show you how I'm ending, because I don't have anything really to attach it onto. I was gonna go through the hoop, through the form and back around and cascade stuff, but this is really big, and that would take a lot more wire than I can afford. So we're gonna do it this way, and it'll be beautiful. So far, I like it. Oh, I just smashed my face, my eyes on this the light. Okay, we'll try it this way. I just realized the flash isn't on the camera, so I don't know if it's gonna... Oh, and I just made a leaf out of that. Okay. That'll work. It's not what I wanted, but it's okay. I'm gonna put the big light on over here. Sorry about that, guys. Whenever I record, I always use the light on the camera. And the flash is off, right? Yeah, no, that's off. Oh, I hope it's not going to come out too dark. My bead slid off the wire. It's okay. Hi, baby. I put the chair there. You can sit, but you can't jump up on my table, okay? This wire is very scratchy. The antique bronze, very pokey and scratchy. It scratches all up my arms. Oh, and I have a handful of beads. That's okay. I'm just pulling this wire because it's longer. Even though it doesn't matter because my wires are really long. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to see if I'm in the middle, if I'm in focus. I am, but I don't know if I should restart this. Or can I put the bit, let me finish this leaf. I'm going to see if I can put that flash on while it's, I don't want to shut it off. Okay, how am I going to do this? Ta-da! I did it. There, is that better? I decided that I'm going to use these beads not only to like use in between these green leaves. I might even make a few using the bigger crystals, because like I said, originally I was going to use all different color, but I did work with my daughter-in-law to be, and I think this is a good way to go. But she wasn't really into the crystals, but I am. So I'm going to end this one here. I could actually, I'm going to throw another one on, and then I'm going to show you how I end. So I'm just curling the wire in and making like a little hoop. Just curling it around this right here, like that, and then just make it so it's a little loop, like that, and then I take this and I smash it, that. Not bad. And as I'm going along, only because I don't want to have to come back to all of this and add the fun stuff. So if you look at all my little branches, I've already started giving them adjustments. Just little bends. And whenever I do a leaf, because this bronze wire, this is how I broke it once, and the other was just twisting, so I have to be really gentle with it. But like I always say, support your work. If it's going to break, it's going to break, but this will make it less likely to break, unless you do that after you bend it. This bronze wire, I would not recommend it, and I won't buy it again. Can you see my hands? Okay. I think I'm going to push this whole project up. There. Okay. A little loopy thing right there. That's how I ended it, with a nice little leaf. And I think that looks just absolutely stunning. Alright, it looks good. It's not stunning yet. I'm going to make it stunning. Okay. I was going to do it section by section, but I mean, do one section here, and what I would do next is the same on the other side, the same section. This is too big. Excuse me. And I'm not going to keep trying to flip this around. I'm trying to see. I have to shut this light off for 1 minute, guys. Because there, now I can see where is the best place for the placement of this. I think that's it right there, right here. Right? Now I keep my hand right below that. All right. See, I'm working on it. I'm trying. So normally I have multiples of 4, and I twist them out into 2, and 2 Y's, and then I bead. On this project, I didn't count wire, I didn't measure, I just threw it all together. They're not all the same, not at all, but that's okay. See, here we have, excuse me, 3 wires, and here we have 2. That's okay, because that extra wire is where I'm going to put my green leaves. In case any of you missed my little short video from yesterday, there was a little hole in the back where a clip was that held the mirror in place. So I put a tack, and I put this prism in here to make it look like a moon. It might be tacky, I don't know. Or it might, I don't know. But I'm going to find out. And I'm going to use one of these wires here for leafing. I'm not using a bronze one. I do like these little hooks. Alright, I'm going to take a sip of coffee and I'm going to try not to talk so much, waste my voice. Okay. I'm just going to load this wire up. I think I can handle that. Ooh, that's going to be a long one. That was an accident. I can't leave it. I'm going to leave it. It's a tree, right? That's okay. Just going to twist it up some more. Almost there. Perfect. And I lost beads. Did you go after them, okay? You be a good girl. She's sitting on the chair, my cat. Usually she jumps and, I got it! And she'll run to bat it around. I just don't want her putting anything in her mouth. If you hear the bell, that is not Miss Abby. She's in the chair right here. That's Finn. He wants to come in, but Abby don't like him. So, it's a situation, guys. They both loved, both of them. They both get their time out separately, and they both get tons of one-on-one time. Okay, I still have a piece of wire right there. That isn't twisted. I don't like it. Okay. So I'm just going to grab it and twist them down. Thank goodness this was not the bronze piece of wire because I would have to replace it. It would break. This might break, I don't know. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna break if I don't leave it alone. These are way too long. I didn't slide the beads up. I need to get the wires, these ones here, out of the way. And that one there is got a big space. That has to be tightened. See right there? But if I over tighten it, it's going to break. So we're going to wrap it up right here. Bring this one down. I don't love that right there. Alright, let's see what happens. I'm just going to clip this one here because I don't have to twist it. Just get real close. Please don't break. It makes more sense for me to put my beads on this side. And move my coffee. I'm ready. I'm going to support my work right here and twist. So with the copper wire, I have to at least put 3 twists. With this antique bronze, because it's so stiff, it won't come undone and it'll break. So I don't use as many. I try not to bend it around too much because when it breaks, I get super mad. I mean, I fix it. I'll show you how when the next one breaks. I know it will. That's all right. You really do have to support your work, right? You're going to protect that one. Going to hold these ones here down nice and firmly and twist. You don't want anything above this right here to twist. You don't want any of this to move because it has too many spots where it could break. I'm putting these little leaves here because there's so many up here. I don't have anything down here. I don't want to end this video, guys, but I have to peek out my door for 1 minute because I have that, I call it the housekeeper, that shark vacuum, and sometimes it doesn't dock itself and it just smashes into stuff, so. And I didn't hear it stop. Yeah, done. Good job. You go home. You get on the base right. That's right, guys. No, it was right outside the door, so the dock isn't that far away. It's in the hall, in the corner, so hopefully I'll hear the little tune that it made. It made it back to the dock. Actually, this is how I'm anchoring. Can you see that? I was going to take the hooks out, but then there's no way for me to like make them stay where like I want them to. Like, for example, this one here is on top of the hook. I don't know if you can see it. But anyway, it like over here too, there's the hook. It lets me give dimension. So I'm gonna put my wire right in between it. I'm gonna give it one little twist, like that. And then I'll try and cover it. And if I have to come back later and add stuff, I will. What if I could twist this on? No. If the hooks become, I don't have to keep them all on, but if they do become to like be a little bit of trouble for me, sorry guys, I really am sick. What I'll do is I'll just make a vine of leaves and come and just, drape it in and out and all around. I can try not to talk, but when I start coughing, forget it. This is just not good. I'm on medication. I'm taking a nebulizer. It doesn't matter. My lungs are just... Ever since I had COVID last year, I get sick really easy anyway because I take a biologic for my psoriasis, so I get sick. My immune system is definitely compromised, but I can still make a hell of a good tree. Right? I hope you can see that. And I'm going to have to try and make a little magical thing happen in a minute. I don't like right here at all. I wonder if I have enough to make another leaf. Yes, I'm going to make another one. Might be a struggle, but that's alright. I don't know if you can see me do this, but I can't move it. Oh, got jumpers everywhere. Oh my goodness. Well, here's my cat doesn't eat. That's not the tool for that. I know I have them. Come from my tweezers. Put this big thing on top of this. Okay, I don't know where they are. But normally for what I'm doing, I wouldn't need them. But I'm going to try and just bend out. I don't know how this is going to look curled because it's not twisted, but I'm just going to curl it anyway. I'd rather have an ugly curl than a sharp wire. That's fine. Just going in and giving them a little adjustment. Okay, so what I don't like is right here. And this is what I still have wire on the spool, but I cut way too much wire. That's a lot of wire, but it's not going to go to waste. I'm going to use a copper one. I like the bronze because it's stiffer to shape, but it's harder to twist and it breaks easier. So there's good and bad with this piece of wire. It's definitely, it's more like a stainless steel wire, the way it feels to me. Okay, so when I mess up, sometimes you have to find a friend. And we're going to find a friend right. I like to usually go through a bead, but I don't know if I can go through this one. No. We're going to go through the wire in between one of the twists, like that. Now, one or two things are going to happen. Either I'm going to break this entire piece. I hope not. But we're going to have a nice little fill-in. And this wire is way too long, so I have to cut it. And I will use this if I have to buddy up again. So the important thing about this, you can really get it tight so it doesn't slide up that wire, which if you twist too much, this wire will break. I'm leaving it just like that. If it doesn't work, I'll cut it off and try it a different way. Okay, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to finish this branch, and I'm going to examine it and see how this looks. I'm going to post it regardless, but I want to see if I'm in focus, where, if I need to make any changes, where I would need to move my form here. But I'm not going to do that until after I finish this piece here. That's just twisting on that, which is okay, because I have to find a way to anchor this. Okay, I'm going to move these away from this hook. I'm going to put this on the hook to anchor it. I don't even know if you can see my hands. Can you see my hands? Yeah, a little bit. I definitely am going to end it right here. And find a different place for this big light because of the reflection. I can't, when I look at the screen on the phone, I cannot see. All I see is the light. Don't even have to smash that one. I'm just going to slide this back on where I had it. And I filled in that space. Not as much as I would like to have, but it's all good. I mean, I could actually burn this wire in. No, I'm not going to do that. If I have to do, excuse me, if I have to do any add-ons later, I can always come back in and fill something in. Not worried about it. So what I'm going to do now is just shut this off, take a look at it, see how it's going, try and get it back so that you can see the next section. I'll be back in a few minutes, guys.